going to be an exciting race. You have Kerry, Donovan of Vale. You have Donald Valdez, Susan Martinez, Sol Sandoval, Colin Wilhelm, Ruth Routledge of Durango, and then Karima, a homeless resident in Rifle, Colorado, which is the hometown of Lauren Boebert. How does the hometown of Lauren Boebert treat their homeless resident, Karima? Are they treating, I mean, she's homeless, so clearly they don't give a shit, right? Just turn their back, and who gives a shit? Hell, that could have been, at one point, Boebert was on food stamps, so, you know, her mother could have lost, that could be, you know, Boebert could have been living on the streets. So ultimately, who are any of these people? You know, you have a state senator, you got a state representative, and you got a lawyer, and not Greg Smith. He's out, so it doesn't matter. He was like some rich guy. Now, see, I guess the highest profile person would be the state senator, and she's the big one. She's the president pro tempore. You know, the Democrat. She's a rancher. I don't know how she's doing ranching while she's leading the Senate, but apparently she's Mitch McConnell, right? She's the Democrat senator that's in charge, right? President pro tempore. I mean, she's the speaker, right? She's the main Democrat. She's leadership. She is the Nancy Pelosi of Colorado. So she's going to take on, you know, Lauren Boebert. That's awesome. That's fantastic. I think, isn't Boebert illiterate? I'm not for sure. I think she dropped out. That's what it is. She didn't. So Kerry Donovan, she's, let's see, a senator. She represents District 5. That's the counties Delta, Eagle, Gunnison, Chaffee, Hinsdale, Lake, and Pitkin County. Hey! Thank you. So let's talk about Kerry Donovan. Who is Kerry Donovan? And so she's a state senator. There's an article, something about the Ministry of Truth is on her page, which I haven't read the article yet, but that means she believes in free speech. You can get on her Facebook page and say, hey, what's this article about? Nobody responded to it, so I don't even know if anybody's even, you know, paying attention to her Facebook page anymore. She's got, you know, you can call a cell phone, right? Wasn't there a cell phone number somewhere? Yeah, here in her contact information it says 970279186. That's her. That's Kerry Donovan's cell phone number. So if you want to talk to Kerry Donovan, there you go. In 2014, Kerry Donovan was in favor of education, economy, job creation. She wanted the water. When it comes to water rights, she wants to keep all the water rights in the basin where it's born. So the local basin, localize it. Keep the water rights, you know, right where in the basin where it's born. Keep the local rights local. Keep the local water rights Colorado. She says she's going to be our voice in the state Senate. Encouraged that she wanted to hear from us, and so I sent her an email. She came from the Copper Bar Ranch. It goes all the way back to the Homestead Act, 1862. So she's born and raised in Colorado, right, through and through. So is Donald Valdez. He's born and raised in Colorado. Not really, you know, an accomplishment, but it does say that you'll be loyal to your home state. You're born and raised here, then that means you bleed Colorado. She's, former legislator. She's in these committees. She's in a farm committee, legislative and transportation, energy committees. She believes in free speech. You can, you know, post articles that are critical of her on her Facebook page. She has a terrible signature. Her signature is awful. It looks like K-E, and then it's like she just, I think Donovan might be her married name or something, and so she had to. But anyways, that doesn't mean anything about policy-wise. Susan Martinez, I don't know much about her. There was a Facebook page, and it looked like she's got a big family, and it looks like she was from Pueblo, or she lives in Thornton, and from Denver, teacher, principal, Durango schools. I don't know. It could be a different Martinez, though. So you have @Congress03. That's her Twitter handle. That's a great Twitter handle. I sent an email to both of these, you know, folks, and so this is going to be fantastic. Kerry Donovan is, you know, she's a state senator, so she's establishment, she's entrenched, she's going to have the entire Democratic establishment backing her, and if, you know, she's already announced her campaign, so in a way, I don't want to say that she's a shoo-in, but she is going to be the front runner. She's going to be the one to beat, but only because she's the one that's most establishment, and the media will take her the most serious out of the rest of them. Now, Donald Valdez will give her a run for her money, and then the rest of these candidates, I have no idea how much traction they'll get as as time goes on. I think they only got a month or 2 or 3 to get their names out, anyways. So Kerry Donovan, she's the head of the Democrats in the Senate. She's used to be a city councilwoman in Vail. So apparently Vail, that's a city in Colorado somewhere. 970-279-1876 is her cell phone. She has graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree from the University of Notre Dame. The University of Notre Dame is fantastic. She has a preliminary, a pre-professional, a pre-po degree with a focus in anthropology. I don't know what the fuck is going on in Notre Dame, but apparently that's how they. So in anthropology, is that what that is? She got a degree in anthropology. I don't even know. Anyways, she says with the Copper Bar Ranch, it's a small business. She raises Highland cattle. She's got garden plots that has vegetables, and that she sells to the local area restaurants. She has a bunch of noisy flock chickens, and also horses and mules, and then Gary the dog. She says she's a rancher now. She, used to be, but being the president pro tempore or whatever, that's the speaker, right? She would be the leader, the Senate leader. How does she have time to be a rancher on top of writing all this? Maybe she's got time. I don't know. I would rather her just stick to writing legislation, give the ranching up for at least until she gets back home while she's in Denver. She don't need to, feed the noisy flock chickens or the mules or the raisin tomatoes or the Highland cattle. I don't know. Maybe, does she have, kids or a husband? So there you go. That's everything that I like. Her opinion about water. I like her perspective on water. Keeping the water rights in the basin where it's born. In the basin where it's born. So the water rights is the holler, right? The holler, the basin where it's born. So the people that lives around it gets it. I mean, that makes sense. Why would it be the people who live in Texas and California get your water? So, anyways, yeah. So Kerry Donovan. There's a little bit about Kerry Donovan, and I don't have a favorite one, and I still need to find out about Sol Sandoval and Colin Wilhelm and the rest. So, more coming up. Peace.